Hi, this is Roberto Hoguera reporting once again for Direct Action here in the city of Merida. We're on November 26, only 3 days after the elections for mayors and governors of Venezuela, which for some people was a bit of a surprise, even though there were a lot of people even within the Chavista forces who felt that they might end up losing some governors. There was some surprise over which governors they did lose, and also in some cases which mayors they lost. Overall, the Chavista forces, that is the people who ran under the banner of the United Socialist Party of Venezuela, the PSUV as it's known, they won 17 governors. However, they did lose, the 6 governors went to the opposition. This overall is not a dramatic shift to the situation, the political map that it was before. However, in terms of the raw numbers, considering that some of the Chavista mayors or people who supported the Chavista mayors supported the Chavez as mayors or governors had actually jumped ship even before the elections. We saw 2 governors who had been elected under the Chavista program in the last elections for mayors and governors. However, before these elections had already jumped ship to the opposition, that is particularly the ones who were the governors and members of Podemos, one of the now opposition parties in Venezuela. Also a few others that were also independents. One of the things that it did show, however, was that there was somewhat of a change in the political geometry of where the opposition now hold political control of governors. They still hold political control of the state of Zulia, a very important state in terms of the oil industry. The economic power that Zulia has as a state in the rest of Venezuela is extremely important and is still in the hands of the opposition. Manuel Rosales, who was the previous governor of Merida, of Zulia, is now the mayor of Maracaibo. So he will still be very much within the national political framework in terms of the opposition to the Bolivarian Revolution. They also have Táchira, which means that the opposition now have control of the 2 border states with Colombia, obviously raising issues in terms of the role that will play with the paramilitaries, the right-wing paramilitaries of Colombia and their incursions into Venezuela. Creating a situation that it effectively means a potential base there for the opposition and the right-wing paramilitaries and Plan Colombia to have a political space of operation within those 2 states, which would obviously be a big problem, potential big problem for the Chavista forces. The other places where they did win, the opposition which was very much a surprise, I think, to many, was the mayor of Greater Caracas, which has now gone to the opposition. It had previously been in the hands of the opposition while Chavez has been president. That is in the early periods of the revolution, 2001, 2003. The mayor of Caracas, of Greater Caracas, was in the hands of the opposition. And we saw the situation at that time where, when they organised the coup in April of 2002, the mayor of Greater Caracas did play an essential role in mobilising the police force against the popular forces defending Chavez. So that does raise some questions and obviously some problems for the Chavista forces to have an opposition mayor in Caracas. The other place is in the state of Miranda and Carabobo, which are also 2 very popular states and also border the Greater Caracas, giving them a potential political base there. However, one thing which was very important about the elections in response by the Chavista forces was that Chavez has made it very clear that this in no way stops the political program of the Bolivarian forces for a socialist Venezuela and also for a socialist Caracas. It will not stop the changes to the economy in terms of further nationalisation of the economy, and also will not stop in terms of further increasing the power that it gives to the communal councils on the ground. So it's still an attempt to try to break through and break open the old political structures of Venezuela Venezuela, that is the old Fourth Republic of the mayors and the local councils, to break that open and give the power to the political forces on the ground, that is through the communal councils. And furthermore, which was also very important from the Chavista camp, was a renewed call for unity within the pro-Chavista camp, a further call on the PPT and also on the Venezuelan Communist Party to join the PSUV, to be part of that process and to have their political argumentation and positions argued within the framework of the United Socialist Party. Thank you very much. This is Roberto Hoqueta reporting for Direct Action here in the city of Merida.